Hey guys, it's Ogs. Been a while since I've done one of these Twitter reaction video, and today we're gonna talk about the man himself, Timo Werner. Let me just make it clear here that I support Timo Werner 150%. I was one of the few people that started the campaign, starting the propaganda about Timo Werner. That was long before even the transfer ban was lifted. I was making videos saying that I have a dream Timo Werner could play for Chelsea Football Club. Back then, people called me fool. People called me all kind of names. And when the news became a reality, I was like, you see, I told you so. So don't come up with a stupid comment here and call me names, because the truth need to be said. You know what I mean? It's not because you don't say it that it's not happening. If that makes sense? Because I see many people, you can make 9 good video about a player. If you just make one video criticizing, a fair critic about a player or a manager, automatically you are a hater. You know what I mean? So in the Chelsea community, it's always black or white. There is no black and white, or there is no a gray area, if that makes sense. So in the Chelsea community, you have to love somebody to extreme, to death. Even if that person kills your mother, you don't care. You have to turn your blind eye and support that person to death. You can't say anything wrong about that person, even a fair critic, and tell that person, hey, you're doing good, but be careful, in this place you can improve. You don't say that. Or you're gonna hate somebody to death, to the extreme. That means even if that person come up with the vaccine, give the vaccine for free around the world, give you $1 million, you can't give him any credit. You're gonna always find something to put him down. You see how it works in the Chelsea community? It's a Chelsea thing. So Twitter went crazy about Timo Werner last miss playing for Germany. My goodness, I was embarrassed. That was embarrassing. Just when you think that Timo Werner is going to score goals in the national team and get his confidence back, come back at the bridge and start killing it in the Premier League, boom, this happened. And he was on the bench all 3 games, which was very strange. And even Timo Werner himself said that he was surprised to be on the bench, but he is going to fight for his place. He gave an interview and you can read it. Timo Werner knows that he's been very poor. He said it several times in interviews. You know it, that Timo Werner is very poor. Yeah, you. I'm talking about you watching the video right now and preparing to leave a nasty comment. You know it. I know it. Tuchel knows it. Players at Chelsea Football Club know it. The national team coach, Joachim Low, knows it. Everybody knows about it. We are just not allowed to say anything. And it's not because you tell the truth that you don't support that person. We don't have to always lie to protect our friend. We can protect our friends by telling the truth. That is a way of protecting them. Because if you continue to tell your friend that you are amazing, you're doing everything correctly, and then they're gonna continue doing what they've been doing because nobody is telling them the truth. Since when not scoring goals at Chelsea Football Club becomes acceptable? If it was Tammy Abraham, if it was Fernando Torres, Do you think people were going to be that kind and not say anything? Just think about it. As you can tell in this comment on Twitter, man, Twitter is not a safe place for everybody. It's a very toxic environment. There are so many specialists out there. Everybody pretends to know everything. Everybody is a coach, a doctor, a mentor, whatever title you're going to give people there, you're going to find them. Unfortunately, they're just sitting home in their couches and making stories just for attention. We're going to continue to support Timo Werner, of course. But I don't blame people who are asking some questions. This is Chelsea Football Club, a big club with big expectations. That's why we keep on sacking coaches and hoping that we can get trophies. You know what I mean? I don't really agree with that part of Chelsea Football Club, but this is modern football and it is what it is. I can't change it. I am imposed certain things that I have just to respect. Even if I don't like them, I have just to respect the way it is. Timo Werner, we are behind you, brother. I can see all kind of memes from fans all over the world mocking you and saying all kind of crap about you, including Chelsea fans. I don't agree with that, but I understand the frustration from fans because the expectation is big for somebody like Timo Werner. Critics are part of football. If you don't accept critics in football, your place is not here. But it needs to be fair for everybody. You don't have to attack people in the personal level. You can just mention about their football ability. There is nothing wrong by telling the truth, saying that so far, to be honest with you, Timo Werner been a big flop in the Premier League. Apart from few games that he started very good in the Premier League. But good is not good enough for a Chelsea Football Club because we bought him to score goals. All kind of theories going on. Yeah, because such and such played him in a wrong position. That's why he lost his confidence. Blah, 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 blah bullshit. But the same people forget that we bought him for his versatility. We were talking about that before even we bought him. Everybody knew about it. But when he started flopping, people started blaming his position. What missing one-on-one has to do with your position? In the national team, under Lampard and under Thomas Tuchel. But of course, people are going to react differently depending on your agenda. If he flopped under Frank Lampard, it was because of Frank Lampard. If he flops under Thomas Tuchel and he's missing those one-on-one and the awful form continues, no, we have to understand he needs time. He didn't have preseason, blah, 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 blah. But the same excuses you didn't want to hear under Frank Lampard. You said, oh, you have 200 million and you have to get the best out of them. He doesn't know what he's doing. Now, the other manager needs time to work with them. Lampard didn't have preseason with them also. Remember? And you forget about injuries. You forget about the mental issue during the pandemic and the lockdown. You didn't want to hear any excuse. Now, under another manager, oh, that is a different case. Has nothing to do with Thomas Tuchel. This is different. How different is this? You miss a goal, an open goal. Like it was like more difficult to miss than score. You're doing it over and over and over. And you're going to blame the teammate for not creating enough. You're going to blame the manager for not knowing how to use him, or somehow Lampard needed to be on the field and force him and score for him. And now you are looking for other excuses, trying to twist things to fit your agenda. You know how this works? So it is what it is in the community. All I'm going to ask you, my fellow Chelsea fans, is to be fair with everybody. Respect our players, criticize them fairly, and don't be evil toward certain category of players, and give always the benefit of the doubt and excuses to others.